because these strategies, retail strategies, will not work at their size. It won't. There's no edge. That's why they need these people that are hella smart. These people that work for quants, if you think 0.6% acceptance rate is low, or if you think 10% success rate with trading is low, look at the success rate of literally people joining these quant firms. Like the odds of getting that job. Like it's much lower than 10%. I guarantee you it's much lower than 10%. So that's definitely something you need to take into consideration. It's not that retail strategies don't work. They just don't work for that size capital. It's impossible. Like this example with my good edge I just explained. I won't have an edge once they get to that size account. And at that point, honestly, to me, the only way to really grow your capital in trading at that point is really, honestly, you're going to have to just transition to either hiring people to do quants. And the people that hired for quants, for example, you either have to bring your own money, open your own firm, or you just stop trading entirely, because once you're there, you can just take all that money you made in trading and put them into more passive investments, like for example S&P, not financial advice by the way, S&P, QQQ, all these sorts of things. Anyone hit TP? Did anyone hold this trade? Red zone or S, did you guys take this? 3 risk reward trade I called out on stream. Finally hit TP. It took a long time because we were creating new value in ranges, but we hit TP. 3 risk reward. There's previous day high in ES as well. That's 5 RR if you held to a previous day high. Again, this is an A setup, so you ideally would not be breaking even on setups like this. 2 examples as to why you wouldn't. Red zone. Yeah, with my stats, you can make a lot of money. If you trade my system and just follow with discipline, you will make a lot of money trading my system. I can guarantee it's profitable and you can make a lot of money, but I can't guarantee you'll be disciplined to follow it. So I can't guarantee you'll be disciplined to follow a system. The psychology is something I can't control, man. But there it is, man. Proof in the pudding. 3 risk reward right there. Saito-san is, he's in the course. He's in the Discord. Yeah, Saito-san, you're completely right. People need to do the math. 3R can be 3%, or it can be literally 1% off risking 0.3. That's completely correct. And a lot of people don't realize, but Jim Simmons is not risking 1% per trade. In my opinion, I don't think he is. Because if you're risking like 1% per trade, and let's say he has massive capital, which obviously he does, he needs a stronger edge. He needs a way better edge to be profitable with that size. Now, let's say he's risking only 0.1% of his capital. Obviously, in monetary value, that's still a huge amount. Compared to anyone, even me, it's probably a huge, massive amount of money. He doesn't need as good of an edge to be profitable, because liquidity won't be as big of an issue. He won't get spread filled. They won't be as big of an issue. So Jim Simmons, 66%, he could be risking like 0.10% per trade. Or he could be risking 0.01% per trade. You don't know that. Like someone, if you can investigate, look at his risk reward. I doubt it's on, I don't think it's going to be on the internet. They probably won't show that information on the internet publicly. But his risk reward, you're not going to be able to basically find, because no one knows. No one's going to tell you the percent they're risking at those type of firms per trade. That's like something they don't tell you. So also keep in mind, right? My edge could be better than Jim Simmons at my capital size. As in, like, for example, I can make 100 risk reward a month, right? Which I've been doing for past years. 100 risk reward a month. And Jim Simmons, he might only be making 50 risk reward a month, for example. But obviously, he's still way richer than me. He's way more wealthy than me. Why? Because his capital size. And you may ask, why? How is it possible? You may ask, how is it possible that my performance is better than his. Well, because he trades a different edge that cannot be replicated with my edge. So if he was trading my strategy on his size account, it wouldn't be 100 risk reward anymore. It just, your risk reward ratio is gonna be completely skewed, and trade management. So if I was to convert my system, it could be like a negative risk reward. It could be unprofitable for him, but he's still at 50 risk reward a month. So these are things that you just have to consider and understand in terms of this math. I mean, it's very basic math. I don't think it should be anything too difficult to understand. Maybe one day I could do a stream to try to calculate, but I think that'd be way too difficult, because you're gonna have to figure out, if you think about it, if you're entering immediately on this candle, you're looking at the amount of liquidity and volume at this exact candle at the time, not the entire day. People look up the entire volume of the entire day and say there should be enough liquidity. That's not how it works. Like I mentioned, when you grow your size to a massive account, I'll mention it one more time. I'm not going to mention this again. When you grow your size to your accounts to a size of, okay, let's say you have a 100 million size account and you're risking 1% per trade. If you risking 1% per trade is going to get you filled here and your edge stops working, why would you trade that? Just a question for you to think. Why would you trade that? That your win rate is not going to be high anymore if you're risking 1% per trade on 100 million. It just won't be. You're going to get filled up here. You're not going to have an actual profitable strategy. That's why people de-risk. You go down 0.25% per trade, you won't have as much liquidity issues, and you can get filled down here and you still maintain your edge. You're not going to have an edge with this 1% consistently. I think people question and look into this too much, not knowing that like a lot of people are trading live personal accounts and not prop firms, guys. Because prop firms, you don't have that liquidity issue. And these guys like Jim Simmons, they're obviously not trading prop firm money. They're obviously trading real money. Red Zone said you should have no problem winning Robin's Cup. Red Zone, you should talk to the dude on Twitter. There's actually a dude. Let me show you guys. What was his name tag? Oh, I found his tag name. There's this dude on Twitter. He claims he's like the dude on the number 5 spot on the Robin's Cup right now, and he's selling like a mentorship for 133K for a one-on-one. You should talk to him and ask him. Red Zone said, but why would anyone risk only 0.33 if your win rate is 66% average 3R? Only reason would be liquidity. That you can't just say the only reason would be liquidity. That is the main reason. There's no other reason. That is literally the main reason why you won't be. You would only risk 0.33%. You don't have an edge, man. People gotta understand, you can't have an edge. You can't be profitable if you don't have an edge. It just doesn't work. I'm hoping all of you guys ended green today. It's been about 2.5 hour live stream. This trade literally took up like most of the live stream, but I was glad I was able to call it out for you guys that we're in the live stream today. Let's check NQ. NQ, we have a major SMT right now basically with NQ, and that makes sense. Why? Because NQ took out previous day high already, and ES just took it out. So whatever setups you guys are looking for, again, you can scalp for shorts. It would just be something where you would have to have a closer TP. Hey man, S, if you don't believe me, it's okay. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to join the course. I'm not forcing anyone to join anything. You don't have to join it. But I mean, as long as you're getting some value out of the free stuff, that's cool too. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's a little disrespectful to say something like that when you're getting like, when I'm literally showing you live trades here of hitting 3 risk reward trades on live. And these are, again, this is an opportunity for you guys to make money. Like, but I mean, if you don't appreciate the free stuff either, then there's nothing I can really do, man. There's nothing I can really do. Again, if you're not in the course, you won't like believe this, so it's fine. You can't satisfy everyone, you know. How did everyone trade today? We have 12 people watching. Do you guys end green, red? What assets do you guys trade? Just curious. See what NQ's doing. Still holding SMT here. And again, literally this same situation has played out so many times, guys. Talk about this all the time. Major consolidation leads to a big move. Happens all the time. S, I already answered about your payout question, man. Like last stream. I don't want to repeat myself because you're just asking the same questions. Phil, you should appreciate these live streams. You can literally make money with me. You literally would have made, if you just follow my live streams, live trade ideas. I don't know if you're trading live or not, S, or whatever, or if you are trading or maybe just learning. But if you've been following like all the trades I've been taking and such, even on like a small account, you would have like by now enough. Even on like a 50K fund, you would by now have enough to just buy the course, and you realize what I'm talking about. But again, that's just optional. I'm just saying you have to change your view, man, on things. I think a lot of people are scared on YouTube to claim like something like 100 for a month because they can't do it, or they just don't trade, and they want to be safe. They like to play the safe game. But again, there's people like FX Alex G, which people believe turning $100 to $1 million in 60 days. That's like more than 100 will return easily. So I don't know, man. It's kind of weird how the trading industry works. That's why I don't have any partnership with anyone in the trading industry. Like I don't have like all these. I know some of these YouTubers, they have like YouTube trading friends. They have like a little like a circle of people, like, you know, they back each other up and stuff. I don't really have that. I don't really like to associate with any of the people in trading space.